Edwards is in North Louisiana. He began his visit here in Shreveport-Bossier and then made his way to West Monroe.
All of Louisiana is in a state of emergency, and Edwards says we're not out of the woods yet. KTBS 3's Alana Quillen joins us now from the Golden Meadows area in Bossier City.
Alana, now that's a neighborhood Governor Edwards toured today. Tell us more.
That's right, Sherry. He actually toured the Golden Meadows neighborhood here in South Bossier City by high water vehicle. But I tell you, the water has gone down quite a bit since when I was here last night when that evacuation was ordered. This whole area right here, this street was completely covered in water, and now it's dry enough for even this small SUV here to drive in. A lot of people coming in to try to collect some important items, but as you mentioned, Governor Edwards says we're not quite out of the woods yet. Now this morning, Edwards met with officials in Caddo and Bossier parishes today, praising the partnership between local and state officials. Edwards also toured areas in South Bossier, talking with neighbors like you see here in Golden Meadows. Edwards says with lives lost, it's important that people stay vigilant, think safety first, and don't drive around barricades. Start keeping record of damaged property if you can. He estimates millions of dollars in damages across the state. Now, despite these challenges, especially with the ongoing issues with the state budget, Edwards says he's staying positive but cautious.
The people are resilient. They're coping pretty well back there. We had an opportunity to talk to a number of them. Some of the homes got water and some did not. But even here in this subdivision, there's a chance that the secondary flooding could be worse than the primary flooding from the rain event itself. So nobody should let their guard down.
Now, Governor Edwards also mentioned right then that he's concerned about a lot of people not having flood insurance. But Sherry, I'll tell you, with the state declaration of emergency across several parishes, this will allow for Louisiana to seek federal funding for disaster aid. We'll bring you more details coming up in the next half hour. Back to you in the studio.
All right, Alana, our part of the state firsthand, and our Alana Quillen is there in the Golden Meadows neighborhood where the governor took a look today. Alana, what's it like?
Hey guys, I'm a little far from the camera, but he did. He actually toured the streets by high water vehicle today, but I wanted to show you, I was actually out here last night. This whole street in front of me was totally filled with water. It probably would have come up to just over my boots. So I would have been sloshing through all of this, but now it's completely dry. You saw that car that just passed in front of me. A lot of cars are actually able to drive through here. A lot of people taking the opportunity to come and check on their belongings, gather some more things out of their house. I talked to some people just now who are actually just staying here, waiting it out. I spoke to one woman who actually had a tow truck last night drive in and load her car on top of its platform, and she had it towed out here, she said, for $30 just so she wouldn't have to drive her small car out into those waters. But as you can see, a lot of trucks, there goes a tow truck right there. He's probably grabbing a car to take out, but a lot of people are still pretty cautious, and that was what Governor John Bel Edwards said today. He's trying to remain optimistic, but he says obviously we are not out of the woods yet. He took that tour today through several areas, especially in the back of this neighborhood here in Golden Meadows. And he spoke with some neighbors back there too. I'm told that the water hasn't quite gotten into the houses. It's gotten right up to the front door or right up to their garage. But again, these residents are keeping a very close eye on everything. So I'm seeing kids even playing in some of the water over here. But you know, like I said earlier, with the state declaration of emergency across the state, the governor hopes that hopefully a lot of these residents, if their property is damaged, this will allow for Louisiana to seek federal funding for disaster aid. But I'll go ahead and toss it back to you guys in the studio. I'll have more coming up tonight at 9 and 10.